Oh, hey everyone. Just gonna do my little evening recording here for my notes of what's happened today in my life, and this is seems to be the easy way to do this. Is to just go live and broadcast it out to anyone catching it. This is 12:17 a.m. the next day. Finished homework, took a quick break, got launched. Got lost in some TikTok videos about Constitution and the history of the British and American legal system. That's what you get for going down a rabbit hole. Okay, today, I'm gonna say today, but before midnight, I so it was Tuesday, the 21st. I started off the day, got up, got ready, ran a little late, roommate took me to school, dropped me off, took my English class. We got to read more about what makes a great essay and go over our handwritten essay, and we have to type that up by Thursday. Talked to a career counselor, going to go over my resumes. Not much. Let's see, had theater class. We're doing Death of a Salesman discussion. I got a what did I have? Oh, quick, cheap 7-Eleven pizza for lunch. Really kind of depressed with all the news coming out and all the executive orders, because it's just kind of, it's like I couldn't even have predicted that this was going to be the worst case scenario. That that it would just be this bad. No one I knew thought it would be this bad. I have never seen anyone where all your fears of what an administration is going to do pan out even 20%, probably. Fears of the opposing side, I should say, in all my lifetime, because I've seen both sides get nervous about when a president of the other side gets elected, and usually about 20% of the fears get served. This is a good 90 to 100% of the fears have been realized in the first 48 hours, less than 48 hours here. It's looking bad out there. It's looking really bad with a lot of these executive orders. And if you don't know it, even if you support some of it, what it seems on the surface, dig into it, and it's some ridiculous stuff. But so that was really upsetting during my whole time watching in my theater class for script analysis. And if you are joining live, just go ahead and ask any questions. I'll answer anything else while I'm going through my day yesterday. Do I ever wear pantyhose? Yes, I wear just a whole lot of different stuff. Really like the fake ones, the leggings that are actually fleece lined. Really great for being outdoors in the cold. But they look really great. Great with boots too. But yeah, so that was that. I do get to talk to pastor. I'm in training with that, and became a member of the church, or officially comes up here. So that's good. Good news. Got my class for church done this afternoon. Got all my homework done, and it went really well. Mike, I have no idea what you're talking about. Confuse who? In case you don't know, if you're new to the stream, new to me, I'm Dello Purple here. I was born intersex. Doctors forced me to be a specific sex by declaring it, and they didn't know. They kind of guessed. And then when my body didn't go quite the way they wanted it to, they force injected me with hormones. So I learned all the truth later, and I'm taking my own life back. Niles, thanks. I'm part of a United Methodist congregation. 2 agendas, 1 male, 1 female. I don't think you meant agendas. Yeah. we it's interesting. His definition of male and female, but forget the gender, the one that's said on the original part of the website. The first part was the interesting part was the White House, the actual executive order here. Let me bring it up because that was, if you can go to the White House, if you can get past all the flying uh, helicopters on the screen. DII, the end of DA, diversity orders. Let me see here. Defending women from gender ideology extremism and restoring biological truth to the federal government. Presidential actions, January 20th, 2025. Interesting headline considering a lot of trans people are masculine. They're trans men. You wouldn't even know by looking at them that they were ever women in their life. No, the interesting thing is, I'm being intersex. It's very interesting because they define male as a person belonging to a conception of the sex that produces the small reproductive cell, and female means a person belonging at conception to the sex that produces the large reproductive cell. Well, if you do it back at conception, that means basically everyone's female because you don't know whether the SRY gene is going to kick in or not. Doesn't handle the. That's what your whole body does. The SRY gene kicks in, and then your body develops. So what am I going to do? I'm going to continue off my life, continuing talking about truth. Truth is the only thing we can do to talk about. That's just what you got to do. I'm fortunate here in California right now that the legislature is going to try to defend us as much as possible when we get all this work. But just be myself, be truth, be visible. No, my mustache developed after they injected me with my mustache developed after they enforced and held me down on the table and injected me with testosterone. So that was a fun thing. And right now I am getting laser to try to undo all that, which is the first medical procedure I've ever really had done besides, like, being in the ER for stitches or something like that. Or, procedure, like something done to me, like a CAT scan. I've had a few of those before, but yeah, no, it's really different. I keep trying to close the, where's the button for that? Turn off the overlay. There we go. Yeah, if you have any other questions, let me know. But yeah, so I'm studying so that I can speak. I want to be able to speak more in churches, and not just. I've been a Christian all my life. I'm a very firm believer in the Bible and truth. So I've been studying that and fascinated with science in the Bible. Studied that a lot, and I don't consider myself an expert in anything, but I keep studying and keep wanting to teach what I learn. Thank you very much. I feel. I'm assuming this is talking about the laser. It was very interesting. The first ones just kind of were shocking and tears and very emotional, but it was actually not too bad. They use a cooling substance and they try to cool your face down. It was not too bad, and I'm very glad about it. I can see myself. I feel much better looking at myself in the mirror on a daily basis. My whole life. One of the things that I used to say when I was first realized all this is like, okay, wait a second. Now that I understand my history, I knew my physical history, and now I understand my mental state and everything. That it's amazingly it's uncomfortable how comfortable it was. Your brain being wired completely differently than the way your body's developing. And so when you realize all that and you start figuring all that, it's like, oh, this is the way my mind works. This is the way my mind works. Wow. this is comfortable. I've never known in my entire life to be this comfortable in myself and be this comfortable in life and not to be fighting myself constantly, like literally to the point where I was trying to fight myself to be what everyone else wanted to be 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And I don't do that anymore. So I just try to do the best I can and best with life. That's what I do. I get to be comfortable in myself. Yeah, yeah. Feel any questions anyone wants to ask. Uh, I'm just out here trying to be do the best I can with life. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I'm. It's a hard thing to not look in the rearview mirror, especially when you got family and very family does a lot for you, and you don't want to. You lose people, you lose friends, or people you thought were friends. They don't really care about you. They care more about their image that they have of you in their head. It's like this role that you've been playing in their head and not really what you do. It's so that's the way life is though. So oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Ghost Town. Um, yeah, I'm hoping life is better for you. And if you need a friend, I'm not a great friend in keeping in the fact that I don't keep contact real well, but I do care about everyone. I honestly do care about everyone here and everyone out there. So yeah, it's just the way it is. Uh, yeah, class was interesting. Um, I'm looking forward to this, and yeah, shoot, yeah. Sometimes it's your image is the you try to make a good impression, and you try to come up with what you try to be yourself. But how often all of us do this? All of us play different parts. Like how often do you act differently around certain people because you're trying to be what you want them to be, or try to not be what they don't want you to be? And I pretty much based my whole life on that. My entire life was this was expected of you. You're this, not this. So you have to play by these rules. And so my entire life is playing a character, like on a play, playing by the rules and fighting myself. And, well, it just got worse and worse and worse and worse. Uh, when I finally explained this all at work in a speech, I said, I relaxed, took a deep breath and sighed. I said, I feel like I've been playing the same character for decades. They knew I do plays and musicals and stuff. So, but yeah, it's like I was playing a character. And your image is to someone is everything, and you see yourself as you are. Yeah, I knew. Yeah, because I saw myself as I was internally. I just didn't know what that meant, and I didn't think it was allowed. I didn't think that was an option, and I didn't. Then for a long time, even when I understood that, I mean, I knew about trans people when I was young, but it definitely wasn't going to be accepted, so it just wasn't on the table. Mom wasn't comfortable with it, so that couldn't be right. That couldn't even be a possible option. Um, so yeah, even though I'm intersex and was born, you know, mixture, and the doctors that did all that to me, I still say I'm trans because a lot of people in the intersex community do that because it's different than what they put down on your paperwork or what you've been treated as for a long time. So there is a transition. Um, Statistically, just interest the numbers. About 17% of intersex people are transgender versus a 0.5% of the general population, around 0.5%. So it's pretty small. It's pretty, and intersex is a pretty small minority itself. So um, yeah, it's fun being a part of a minority group that's being persecuted these days. Uh, what do you know? Not much different than being bullied when you're growing up, though, in some ways. But that's life. That's what we do. We move forward and try to educate, and hopefully through education, people will learn that a lot of what you were taught in school wasn't the whole picture. Was part of it. Uh, yeah, I like kind of like wrapping up my days on this. So to wrap up the doing for the days is this stream. I was doing work on my chemistry. Then this version of chemistry, it's because it's intro, talked about there being 3 states of matter: solid, liquid, and gas. And I just went through that module a little bit ago. And the thing is if anybody gets advanced chemistry, there's a lot more states of matter than solid, liquid, and gas, but those are so rare that you don't want to confuse the introductory students, right? The same goes for biology. A lot of these people that complain about it, that is all they've ever known is simple, the introductory opening class. So, that's what I've been dealing with the past day, and we just go on, and tomorrow will be another day, and we'll see what the world brings with that, and see. I know there's law groups already fighting these executive orders, the ones that really are anti-constitutional, really infringing on people's rights and taking away the latest one. So first of all, that I guess ICE is going to be able to enter churches, which is scary. Churches and schools. This is reminding me of things we've heard. I've only read about history classes, McCarthyism, or when they, rounded up the Japanese and put them in camps. That's, I did a. Here I am doing diary. I always had a connection with Anne Frank. I just didn't think I'd be here doing diaries and in a persecuted group. Also came out today that apparently the order's gone out for revoking the contractors, because usually all of the since the 70s, all of federal contractors have had the same anti-discrimination protections. And hi, son of Rosen. I'm hoping that isn't true, but that's if this is the route we're down, that's the road we're down. Then we just have to get more people that are upset together to make sure that we stand together as a free people. That's what we got to do: educate, learn, be passionate about liberty and freedom. You can't. Sometimes if you can't laugh, you're gonna cry. So just keep laughing. Any more questions? Jump up in the chat. Say hi. Let me know what's going on. What I am gonna trying to do these streams once a day, or close to once a day as possible, and you'll be able to see the recordings. Be out there too. But that's the downside to doing these streams. At the end of my day is I get tired and I just start rambling. I may just start singing la di da di da di da di da. I don't know. I take requests. I don't know. But really, what can we do in this country right now besides just keep moving on? I mean, I've tried getting into politics before. Maybe I'll have to do it again. In the meantime, I just talk and see. Just take each day with being affirmed and being positive. Always look at positive. Always know that someone cares about you. God cares about you. God is love. And that's what we got to do. Yeah, I'm holding my heart. I'm not going to go dab the other direction with it. afterwards. Not really my style. I don't really do arm gestures like that. But we have a lot to be thankful for in this country, and I hope we continue to do so and count our blessings every day. And know that there are people, whoever you are out there, know that there's people that care about you. There's people that do care about you, who you really are, and care about your well-being, and care about your safety, and care about your happiness, and care about your joy, and will continue to do so. So somebody's out there. It's you being in this world makes the world what it is. It makes it a better place. So always keep that in mind as we look forward to the future. Together, right? Together, and hopefully in remaining free and and having our liberties. It's important. It's important because you take liberties away from one group, then it's easier to take your liberties away from the next group, and it's easier to take your liberties away from the next group. Once you start a group of people toward hate, they start enjoying the hate, or you get the momentum of hate, and you just go on to the next group, and the next group, and the next group, and the dominoes fall. And that's why we can't let any dominoes fall. We need to stay with truth and stay with trying to just be the best we can. Each day, one day at a time. One day at a time. Yeah. I wish I had like a big logo and come donate to my cause. But that's what all the big TikTokers do, or the big YouTubers. But they have the energy and the carefree stuff, and I like getting the carefree stuff, but I usually end up being too serious. So someday I'm going to start one of these and talk more about all the stuff I love to talk about with God and the Bible and science, and it's fun. I used to have a hobby getting onto online forums and arguing with atheists. So hopefully teach them something, and I'd learn a lot too. It's good to be challenged. It's good to be challenged to go revisit your what you think to be true, because knowledge improves, and we only know what we've learned from others usually, and others don't always have the truth to begin with. So what we think is true is not always correct. We have to continue to learn our whole life and try to keep challenging our beliefs, challenge what we know to be true, because if it is true, it just continues to get stronger. And if you're a believer, you keep challenging it. It ultimately strengthens your faith. A part of your faith that you may have been rooted in, you may realize that, well, that part that I was taught, that I was holding on to, that's false. But the core is true. And that's what I found in my faith a lot. So apparently when I go off to faith, a bunch of people drop off of my stream. Looking at my statistics here. I don't know. That's just me. But I'm going to go ahead, and if no more questions or no more comments, I love you all, and we will thank you very much for joining the stream, and I'll see you hopefully tomorrow. Have a good night, or morning, depending upon where you are.